market, go to your Play Store and download Radio Biafra. You can be jogging, you'll be listening to us, you can be running, even if you're in a jacuzzi, you can listen to Radio Biafra because it is now on your mobile device, on your portable device. As long as you have one, download Radio Biafra app on your phone, and Bob is your uncle. Maybe from today onwards, we will no longer be number one on tuning because we now have our own app. Everybody, they will no longer complain to us. You're dragging us down. Our server is crashing because of Radio Biafra. We now have our own server. We now have everything that we need and require as a people. Everything that we need and require. This is Radio Biafra. We must continue. Clean up of Ogoniland. Buhari is a better son of Niger Delta than Jonathan and Wike, according to Rivers APC. I told you I want to take over Igbocha. Clean up of Ogoniland. Who told you they're going to clean it up? The same thing with Second Niger Bridge. I will go to Ogoniland. I will file a report and I will tell you they cannot clean up nothing. Absolute zilch. They make all these pronouncements and announcements in order to try and get you not to reason properly like a human being. But here we try as much as we can to reverse that very ugly trend. Better son of Niger Delta indeed. Where is Niger Delta? There is no map in the world with Niger Delta in it. You're telling me that Anioma is Niger Delta? You are insane. Your brain is not correct. You are telling me that people from Ahaba, which they now call Asaba, you have not heard about Ahabimeni. All of a sudden they are Niger Delta, and somebody from Okwa is not. Is that what you're telling me? Despite the fact that Opobo people and people of Okwa speak the same language, people are truly insane. Oh, when they are in Aba, I'm telling you. And they are all in Black Africa. They are in the Zoological Republic called Nigeria. A zoo where baboons and monkeys gather every day looking for allocation, looking for resource control every blessed day. Because you don't know that your freedom is more important than your useless resource control. Common sense should tell you that. You first of all seek ye the kingdom of heaven. Everything else is added unto you. Seek ye freedom first, and you can control the oil well in your father's compound, not to be a security guard for a Yoruba oil company in the Arab. We must continue. Everybody is a thief, including bank managers. When I tell you, you don't believe me. First City Monument Bank branch manager, 5 others are arrested for 369 million naira scam. A bank manager, bank manager is a thief. Are you not aware of it? Here we are preaching and telling you the truth. Is the corruption, does it end here? Of course not. I dissolved local councils to check deep-rooted corruption according to Governor Lalong. Even local government in Ezwoshi, a councillor is a thief, headmaster Wonyoshi, principal, everybody is a criminal in the zoo. I said everybody in Ezwoshi. I have never seen such hopeless entity in the whole world, created by Lugard, where everybody is a rogue. Name one public servant and I will show you a criminal standing right in front of you. Everybody is a thief. Everybody is a rogue. That is what is happening in the zoo. Thieves. Even local government are as corrupt as hell. A notorious lecturer finally arrested. I told you that because of Radio Biafra, anything we preach here, people act upon it. They are now investigating lecturers in universities because we expose them on Radio Biafra. We let the whole world to understand that if you're sending your child to a university in Nigeria, that child is either going to come out a cultist, stroke armed robber, or a prostitute. Zoo universities are useless. Everybody knows that very well. They know that now they have gone for one of those causing the problems. They are the lecturers, the vice chancellor of the school, the people that were meant to mold your children into sensible beings. They are the ones abusing them. They are the ones introducing them to a life of crime and criminality. They are the ones teaching them how to be evil and wicked. Because when you say to somebody, if you don't buy my handout, you will not pass, that very person will grow up thinking that the world is abundantly evil. That the only way they too can get along in life is by being evil and wicked. And that's exactly what happens. It has a multiplier effect. It multiplies and everybody in the society becomes evil and very deadly. Here we are reporting that for your own understanding, oil prices set to continue multi-week. I am praying. I did not add in my prayer this evening that please continue to make the oil price to fall. Let there be more oil finds all over the world. Let every country be sufficient in oil production so that the zoo will not sell anything. Once the oil, nobody is buying it, and the gas, our Fulani will run away. Our Fulani, they are like blood-sucking leeches. They produce nothing. They add nothing to the economy. They suck everything away, and then they Islamize you in the process. Sharia. Now your children in your so-called federal unity schools will be studying Sharia, Islamic cleric. Imagine what would have happened if Jonathan had said, I want to introduce some verses from the Bible for everybody to study. They will be killing you now in Sabongeri in Kanu. Welcome to the zoo. The zoo created by the British. The world must understand the evil happening in the Zoological Republic. I told them that they are finished. As long as Radio Biafra is here, the whole world, humanity will know the type of idiots that inhabit the zoo. I will disgrace Nigeria. I'm telling you. We would, I feel sorry for them. They don't know what is to come, do they? They do not know. Now people know that Aboga was so Korocha of Imo State. Not a Brown one. Watch his chest very well, you will see. That's why he's wearing a towel. He wears a towel all the time around his neck to cover the two bumps on his chest, because he will notice easily that he's wearing a bra. So he will wear that towel on the neck to cover it. Don't you see the towel he's wearing? What do you think he's wearing it? How much a bra one you? If I want you name, a mama will come on one. About we must continue. This is radio. Look at the thing he's wearing on his neck. Why do you think he's wearing it? It's to cover the sign that he's wearing a bra now. That's what it means. Don't you know that? Look at Okorocha, you will see very well. He wears a towel on his neck all the time, like a muffler or whatever it is. You will see him wearing it all the time. What is that thing doing? Because when it drops down, it will cover his right breast and his left breast. One inside. You don't know. This is Radio Biafra. If you listen, you learn. If you don't listen, you become even more ignorant. Those of them that thought we were joking, now they are reversing back. They are reversing. A pastor arrested in Lagos for armed robbery. They asked him, why have you gone for armed robbery? He said, I am trying to raise money to expand my church. Since Olati Loye, what's the name of the man again, building a big auditorium, the largest in West Africa, or in the whole world. Is it, which one is it? Church in the Europe and the Ocean. Is it Kumi? I don't know which one it is. Building the largest auditorium in the whole world. There are other people trying to do the same thing. This one took to armed robbery in order to expand his church. He took guns to go and harass those he claims he's trying to save and take to heaven. Do you see what happens to black people? They turn everything upside down. Everything is turned upside down. Good becomes bad and bad becomes good. Very sad indeed. We must continue. We need to continue. I told you, if you serve the zoo, you come back with disgrace. The next in line is Onyeko Nwenu. You know Onyeko Nwenu, the singer. One love put us together. What is wrong with her? They have invited her for questioning. Oh, Nigeria, my country, this is our country, this is our Nigeria, this is our country and our nation. Also, they have not called Onyeko Nwenu for questioning. They have not called any Awasa Hajia or Fulani Al-Hajja. No, but they are calling Onyeko Nwenu. When I tell you that Buhari hates you, you don't tell Buhari Orunase. He hates you with a passion. All of you idiots in so-called Niger Delta, for the moon in this maybe, some of you who are mad in Niger Delta, as if you're fools. When this man will deal with you, do you know what I will say on Radio Biafra? That's all I can say to you. Look at Onyeko Nwenu. They have taken her as well. They have invited her for questioning. Maybe they have found an Al-Haji that wants to marry her, because that is what they do. They will ask your women to come in. Once you go there, that will be the end of you. Onyeko Nwenu is in one almighty trouble. In one almighty trouble, I tell you. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and direct. Onyeka has been invited. River State PDP is now asking the pedophile and terrorists, because CNN, do you know that CNN listens to Radio Biafra? Oh my goodness me, we are hitting Amechi. I told you why they wanted Dakuku Peter side to take over Igbocha, to take over River State. They wanted to cover up the stealing and the looting of Amechi. He used the money to go and fund an Awasa man, Awasa Fulani Alimajiri, the chief sponsor of Boko Haram, Muhammadu Buhari, the pedophile and the terrorist in chief. CNN carried the report. Because, we are Biafrans, so nobody wants to listen. But as soon as CNN listened to Radio Biafra and carried the report, everybody is now saying, oh, did you see CNN report? So when Radio Biafra was reporting it, you went deaf. You couldn't hear. It's now that CNN is reporting it that all of you are jumping up and down. They have told him to go. I told any enemy of Biafra is dead. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you the truth. By the time we are finished with Buhari, my goodness me. Amechi, this is only the early in the morning. I and I bear with afternoon calls. Tell them, our TV is coming. Also, people will be, you wake up one day and your father, your corrupt dad will tell you, my children, I'm traveling. Because of Biafra television. Because we are coming. We are coming. Every evil in the zoo will be exposed. They said, oh, we are trying to find him. If we find him, we will arrest him. If we cannot arrest him, we will poison him or we assassinate him. You assassinate and you poison. Then your own children will be walking about very free. Is that what you think? You are dreaming. You see, maybe you. This Radio Biafra live and direct. The pedophile wants the defense ministry to produce their weapons. Did we hear this thing today? We've been hearing this useless news since 1972. NDA, Defense Advancement Weaponry. Rubbish. These people, they know how to move cattle from place to place. Once they form it, they will put an Awasa man in charge. Awasa people are naturally corrupt. That was why Fulani people conquered them. Then how are you going to produce weapons in a land where people are so useless and hopeless? How is that possible? You think it falls from heaven? Precision technology required to produce modern weapons eludes an Awasa Fulani man. They can never possess it. Never, ever, ever. You want, that is Buhari, the pedophile and terrorist. You want defense ministry to produce weapons. You are dreaming, if you ask me. Or Basanjo have finally spoken about the Halliburton scandal. Bring it. We are going to bring it. We should be able to bring it. We reported earlier that an Italian television station carried the news on Radio Biafra. Is bring it. We are. That is one thing about white people. They want perseverance. That is why they don't like Biafrans that much. It's not that they hate us. The white people said to us, where have you been for 45 years? If your freedom was important, how come you have not done anything before now? Convince us. And that's exactly what we're doing. When we ask you to tweet, you tweet. On Facebook. Answering Chibike. You don't know that? I was a boy trying to discourage you. They set up their radio stations. Did it work for them? Their size, no. They can attack me once in a while. I welcome it. I love it actually because I read it all the time. I was a Meherunu radio station also. The internet. Look at what they have done in Niger Delta. The so-called Niger Delta. Now it's Ogoni people. Now they want to single out Ogoni as being special in Niger Delta. You know that's what divide and rule. All you have to money. They went and floated their useless, wretched radio stations. Where are they today? Where are they?
What's up, Biafra?
They are talking and listening to themselves. They are irrelevant. And we are formidable. I told you, any enemy will come across, we crush. I must admit, Our station is falling at Owerri. I need to know what in the name of Chukwu Kariam is going on. We must defeat the evil forces in Owerri. When we ask you for funding, that's what we use it for. If you think radio is cheap, satellite is cheap, how much did the zoo spend trying to stop us? 19 million US dollars. If you think what we're doing is cheap, let's continue, please, to read for you what an Italian TV is reporting about the work Radio Biafra is doing. Tension between the central government and representatives of the Nigerian Igbo ethnic group who feel discriminated against and claiming their independence never ceased. We never stopped agitating. They used Igbo because the rest said they are no longer Biafra, they are now Niger Delta. You are now Niger Delta. You are no longer who you are before. How foolish of you. When Serewa was killed, what did they do? They did nothing. Today, Muhammad Abacha is walking up and down, very free and a multi-billionaire. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You denied who you are. You denied your own heritage. It's not one Niger Delta. You condemned yourself to a life of infamy and irrelevance without knowing it. You condemned yourself without knowing it. Let's continue. Today, it is a mysterious radio, illegal, they say, to make the voice of the people to be heard, who, despite attempts of repression by the presidency, have now collected a lot of supporters, especially among the youth. Do you know Italians are monitoring Radio Biafra and seeing how you respond when you phone in? Do you know that the monitors are at our back? Do you know they follow every interview that I give? Do you know they're following IPOB Radio Biafra very closely? The world is watching you. That is why you must be a model. You must be a model citizen. You must be a model citizen of Biafra. The world is watching you. Everything you do is news. That is why you must be disciplined. That is why you must be together. That's why you must break no law where you are. We are not law breakers, are we? No, we don't. It's only when you come after us. Self-defense is not law breaking. What we are doing in our bar is self-defense. Self-defense, I tell you. We are not breaking any laws. We are defending ourselves. And that is what we'll keep on doing until that land is set free from the hands and the clutches of the iniquitous men and agents of darkness and death. People of darkness, we must defend ourselves from them. We continue. Our support is huge. I tell you the truth. Our support is massive all over the world and growing exponentially by the day. It's only a shame we don't have enough people in the diaspora to fund us. I wish we did. But we have not done badly, have we? You know what that means? We are phenomenal. The world now knows it. We are everywhere. We are everywhere. We must continue. We should continue. Total probe of Jonathan has begun. Total probing. Who's probing Jonathan? One man. No ministers, no principal officers of state. Only one man, Buhari, the sole administrator. Petroleum Minister, Buhari. Justice Minister, Buhari. Economic Minister, Buhari. Finance Minister, Buhari. Education Minister, Buhari. Health Minister, Buhari. Only one man. Chief Judge, Buhari. Magistrate, Buhari. Supreme Court Judge, only one man. Pedophile and terrorist. And you have people claiming they went to school. I'm Leonard, you know. I went to Unilag. I went to Uniben. I went to Unibad. All nonsense, name he's not. They don't know that this man has breached every shred of protocol in the Constitution by failing to appoint a working government, a cabinet, that this man should be impeached. But he will not call to them, will it? These are baboons and monkeys who cannot reason. Once you're a Nigerian, you are lower than cockroach. You are nobody, I tell you. Your brains don't function properly. It doesn't. It's black and very, very useless to the core. A man, people, why didn't he just vote for himself and go into power or carry out a coup as he did before in 1983? This man was a coup plotter. He executed the coup. He overthrew a democratically elected government. Only black people can vote such a, should I say vote, rig such a person into office. Only black people in Africa. People wonder, why is Africa poor? Africa is poor because of your brain, because of the way your brain works as a black person. Tell me, in the part of the world where somebody who is a serial killer and a murderer, or a rapist in the case of Buhari, you bring him and be in charge of a nursery school. Are you asking for trouble? This man overthrew a democratically elected government. Democratically elected.
I don't know.
What did you do? You say, Buhari will save you, Buhari change. What is the change? Of course, things have changed. No more ministers. Only one person, one sole administrator. Muhammadu Buhari. A total probe, we are giving you one using greater detail, please. A total probe of the administration run by immediate past President Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is underway as the National Economic Council Ad hoc Committee on the Management of Excess Crude Accounts proceeds and accruals into the Federation account.
Hold on there. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom. Very gingerly, I greet all of you. Still a boy, very local and loyal. Before all the genuine lovers of freedom. Those who don't have grudges in their mind. Those who are not envy of their brethren. I greet all of you. For the idiot who thinks that, yes, Methuselah is speaking and other people are listening to him. Who is he? When did he started? How did he arrive? What has he contributed? Did he started it with us? You're not welcome in my life. As you are watching me, or you are going to come across this video, and you are one of those people who are envious about what we are doing. I tell you, for you that speak Igbo, you understand. For those who think that our tenacity, our resistible, questionable character, that's abhor subjugation, and at the same time, discrimination of all sorts. You now see it as an arrogancy. I challenge you to come for a public debate. A disgrace here. People gonna have envy, jealous, greed, wickedness. I tell you. I'm here to continue the gospel. It is called Facing the Reality is our platform. And at the same time, going back to our root. And I cannot be preaching going back to our root. And I'm not showing it by example. And what is normal in this life, anywhere you are, I want you to also be good with your neighbor. Those who want you good, no matter the race. No matter where the person come from, be good to the person. You hear when Mazi Methuselah said it. We want to be a model of where we live. That is why, since I came to this town, I've never... It's not that doing it is evil or whatever, but because of their law is against it. I know some of their citizens are doing it, but their citizens, for example, carrying us drug, doing illegal business. My record is clean, 100% clean. My record, very very neat. Without somebody be I watched it by go before. I watched it me. My record and I saw you. Very neat. So that's why when people talk about deport, I just question myself, where did this thing come from? Since I came to this town, it's not that I'm bragging about it, but it's by the grace of Chugo Kabiam. I came as Mwakoko, she Grand Embassy, Joajo, Kwakana door. Maybe people say, I want to go and study. For example, what do you want to go and study? I told him, hey, visa, my land there. So because of some people joke, they say how everybody, make their way. But nevertheless, that's why we are. That is not the reason why we are here. We are here because of our freedom, and also to remind many of you that we take care easy on those who are trying their best. Because a lot of people that are not even doing anything, but they are part of that race that want to be free. I greet all of you, which I'm going to show you. It's sad. I'm with a disease. I'm with a very complicated disease. And what fits us is dictatorship. If you want to get us or get Biafra working, we need a dictator. If Mazi Methuselah will be a dictator, no problem. But provided he's doing the right thing. Because everybody's claiming that I know. Only as Mr. A, I know. This one I know. This one I know. They know nothing. They will carry that there, I know, destroy the progress of the land. So you need a dictator who can bring the positivism we are looking for in our land. At the end of the day, a lot of people will now come to realize that, oh, this man meant good for us. But that time, you didn't allow him to succeed. But he had with the kind of dictatorship. At the end of the day, okay. I'll go time at I'm a freedom. I'm at the end of the day, decided so another way was quite the way they have started from the beginning. I have been listening throughout the time you listen to his broadcast. Also, we will destroy Nigeria. We destroy Nigeria. What are you hearing? It's not radio with the truth, with Ezio. And the Nigerian government spent billions to stop that radio. Some idiot have there. Feeding or he make a noise with a Biafra or web from detention. Only who self-defense. I make self-defense now, but you know internet no now. Otani de mi awo email saworo je agwego fondana na Igbo. E bani mo habo e putanu zojo onye na egbu. E ma handi bugen. Why? Because of your people. He said it here. That how I'm gonna confess. That is called self-defense. Omega. But I need make clear noise. And that is why Heji Shigono, some of you are marking Heji Shwong, Master East on, and make Python dance, and make crocodile smile, and make this one. Because of an me. Because something is going on that they cannot explain. They are parabia. Ha parabia. Let's leave them, let him do it. Without him, they know where we'll be now. Now. Every watch boy. When you make organize again. Ekwemuno got all this thing. Ekwemuno got all this thing that time. The thing just about I'm not today. Ekwemuno got all here. Okay. Certificate of recognition. Ekwemuno got all cake in the Russia. Or you can make a man all fake. That recognition now is Israel now. Give one that is watching me that is an autopilot Chineke work version. You will keep on what I'm here that came back now. Certificate of recognition. What have you benefited from that? Get the help in with the glory. So when we talk about emancipating our people from the mental slavery also. Coming to the brothers of our leader. Another wicked species on their own. They know nothing. This is not a matter of after I speak this thing now, maybe later I will regret. I say, oh, I shouldn't have said that. No. Before me front and back. Now, watch this man now they are kicking. This man spoke in public, and I know many of you cannot do it. Listen.
That Nigeria has failed or is a failing nation, and that the present contraption we have is old, decrepit, are not working. This country, we must be careful in talking about its indissolubility and indivisibility. It's coming together itself.
Now watch, Kanu. Here with the man that they accused of working with the Nigerian government, including the auto parasite. I tell you.
Was almost like an historical mistake.
Oh, a mistake.
It was on the 8th of January 1897 when one young lady called Miss Flora Louisa Shaw gave the name Nigeria to her. A British journalist, Niger area, the area around that River Niger. Don't forget that Western powers tried to write history for us by telling us that Mungo Park discovered the River Niger at New Busa, Kainji. Whereas when he came there, he met the natives drinking the water and taking their bath there. Yet he discovered it. That young lady wrote that article on the 8th of January 1897. And she was later to marry the man called Lord Lugard, Lord Frederick Lugard, the man who amalgamated the Lagos colony, the southern and northern protectorates, to found what you call Nigeria today on the 1st of January 1914. Since then, Nigeria has been yearning for nationhood. How many of us know that Nigeria was first owned and ruled by a company called Royal Niger Company?
Who created Nigeria? You created Nigeria to defraud and impoverish us. That is the reason why it was created. To make ordinary people poor, to make their lives miserable. There was no Nigeria until Frederick Lugard came. There was a company called Royal Niger Company. What we considered our lands to them to do is to trade. We never gave them the permission to form a country. We go to any court of law and we win that very case.
Hold on there. Hold on there. Do you know why I played this thing for you? You know why I played this thing for you? Do you watch the connection? You don't just go hire a lawyer who is after money. Now let me release him so that they will pay me. You must hire a lawyer that have the same belief, the same core value. He will not only work as a lawyer, he will work as knowing your pain and at the same time knowing what you are preaching. Some of you, I don't know. When I'm looking for that broadcast, I will still bring it. This is where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw his statement in, that was in this confab that Jonathan convened. He was the one that represented Jonathan, this lawyer. He made the same statement there. He told them what the founding fathers spoke about Nigeria. That Nigeria is never a country, it's a mere geographical area. He quoted many of them. Eba Kanu peak here. So any reason like this knows the pain and the reason why we are agitating to be free. We are not just want to be free like that. We have swallowed it for many years, hoping that it will be better. But still, things get worse because the foundation was built fraudulently. That's why they choose these phones. They are now the same core value this man have now is the same thing they for have. And also a file, a blackmail on mad, a whopping news, a Henry video their CV. They are not into what you are. Only are gonna make this speech that no one have ever, since you started knowing about the situation of Biafra or Nigeria, as the case may be, outside Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Only gonna publicly new speech like this. But this lawyer did it because he's speaking from. Somehow, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I'm repeating what he said. No, he was teaching them. I'm a that broadcast. I don't hear this man preaching this way. Only a newbie. Ego. Like, I think that was, is it the voice that was playing music? it doesn't, money's not supposed to be something in front. It's all about humanity. What are you asking for? Is it genuine? Or you just want to lie to make money? As they know lawyers. Just lie, cover your lies, and then you win the case. No. This is what Mazi Nnamdi is fighting for. And this lawyer knows that what that man is fighting for is pure, genuine. But why is it as if the body is left only me and you? Which you are going to listen to. The reason. That's why sometimes, look at what is going on now. Look at what is going on now. DOS to do something now. How about on my phone? Send the DOS. Make sure you send them this message. How got off on soon? Yeah, was something that concern our organization or our member. But how have us na DOS? And the minute Rabatra side annual. How no they are unable people. Who know what DOS? I want Hagger, man. You put your mind has. How they made the kid yourself. How military squad. The race is down. I tell you. Let me play it a bit small.
Can anybody show me how did the British come in the first place? They came to trade and they brought us religion. Yes.
They brought us religion. The same people now that brought us this nonsense literally give away. Bring religion. Some fools make I not talk about religion. Methuselah stop about talking about religion, bring division. But each people from Nigeria. But each people from the same people with the same country.
From trading, from going to buy tobacco snuff, they entered into ShopRite to go and start doing shopping without paying for it. Royal Niger Company. I was named after a company, a British company. Maybe not UAC. Maybe they should call this place UAC or ACOA. Then we know. Royal Niger Company, from which came your Nigeria that you have.
And ruled by a company called Royal Niger Company between 1886 and 1890. And that this company now sold Nigeria to the British government for £865,000. That's about 735 naira. Was what your account was sold by the Royal Niger Company to the British government. Before then, Mr. Chairman, sir, I didn't forget Professor Nebo, the incoming president, very cerebral professor we have. Before then, we had city-states, people who were already independent. We had the Oyo Empire, the Kanu Bonu Empire, we had the Ife civilization, we had the Benin Empire. Remember the role of the great Oba Ovoramin Ogbaise, who beat the British with bare knuckles in 1897, which led to the British Benin punitive expedition. We had great figures. Nana of Ichekiri, King Jaja of Opobo, Moremi, the Hausa city-states, the Igbo city-states, before Lord Lugard amalgamated us. But without looking into our peculiar nuances. So when Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe in 1952 told Tafawa Ahmadu Bello, the Sedona of Sokoto, in trying to see how we can cement Nigeria together, I will have him written a book about Nigeria not being one because we don't have a single country like you have the British and the Welsh and the Irish in this path to Nigeria freedom. Zik told Ahmadu Bello, let us forget our differences. Ahmadu Bello gave a very poignant and true answer. He said, no, Zik, we cannot forget our differences. You are Igbo, you are a Christian, and you are an Easterner. I am Fulani, I am a Muslim, and I'm a Northerner. We should recognize our differences and then see how we can understand ourselves. That was a beautiful reply. But all of them were worried about the fact that Nigeria was not one country, which I still dare say till today remains the situation. When the first military coup took place in this country, I'm sorry, before I give solutions, I normally like to give background, because it is the problem we have, and Peter the Rock will agree with me. Most of the problems we have is that they had even removed history from our syllabus. So we do not know where we are coming from. The Oyibo man made the car, the vehicle, to have a large windscreen in front so that you can see into the future. But he also makes a very little mirror by the side of the window so that you can peer into the past behind to know what is going on. If you don't have a past, you can't have a present. If you don't have a present, you can never dream of a future. So that is why when I speak, many a time, I peer a little into the past so as to see how and why we miss it that Nigeria has failed or is a failing nation.
Hold on there. It's very deep. The reason why we're in this stage is deep. How we have our camera. That's why sometimes when I look at these people, some of you may feel that now, when I'm hatred. I'm not getting any hatred on anybody. Because this is not his way out. Having known those that are holding us down. Did you hear what he said? How much Nigeria was sold to Britain? You know they own our country. And that's why some of you are very worried. Why are these people always trying to determine what happens in Nigeria? Why is it every time that presidential election is coming closer? You will see them in number 10 Darwin Street. No, they ask question. But sometimes, because of like what he said now, the problem is that they remove the history from the curriculum. Because people have asked, Oga, why will every of you go and stand? Even sometimes, I don't know whether it's allegiance they are taking there to. They must always snap picture. Can't they go secretly without people knowing? I got a say picture, number 10, Downing Street. Hello, is there they determine who will govern? Because this is the country of another person. They cannot go about without camera. Actually, in our village. We will frustrate the zoo. We will frustrate the zoo. We will destroy their economy. And then where the economy are not there, they are enjoying somewhere, sucking the resources. We are going to sit at home. We will do sit at home completely 1 week, lockdown, lock and key. Do something now. Do something now. We must get our freedom now. Hama had the genesis of their problem. How you can have a coward, talkative, you coward, you don't have something to offer. If I want to be popular the way you want, it's easy. Not very easy now. Everyone boys now. Him need the arms. Gano or maybe or Chanjamake spray a bullet, bubble like 5, 6, 7 people. We're going to say we must give Biafra now. I'm everywhere. You are home on newspaper. As someone one rugged. Even some of you get raise one high, rugged you. Those one that they king or something that follow in freedom. That's how it used to be. It's not easy. Before, do you think that freedom is cheap? Hey, be the hell, I'm not with my own people. Now, the reason why I elaborate this more before I show you what I want to show you is to let many of you know where your problem is coming from. Emancipation of our people from mental slavery differs and with the different branches. Like what he said there, history. Yes. Because if you know the country you are in, know how it came about, know who is managing it. So when you are doing something, say, I want to destroy the zoo, I want to kill the economy, you will remember who is the owner of this country. How does it affect them? You can only affect them through that thing they always steal from you that keep them alive. Your natural resources. Not your economy. Which economy? Now, listen to these people. Some of our youth. I'm talking about Igbo. That's the reason why I use that Igbo. Is for a reason. I use them because I cannot believe that a Biafran will be against his freedom of his people. Are they possible? But an Igbo man will say, no, I don't want to know freedom because I don't know what is Biafra. So for me, writing Biafrans who don't believe in freedom, then I'm complicating issues. Some of the Igbos who don't believe in freedom, some of them canvas for Tinubu, but now their mouth are short. Do you know what they're discussing now? They're discussing about nude of women, able-bodied men, which you are going to watch now. As some able-bodied men. Pay attention.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why you're going to give birth to Copra and Python. You're getting a more. I swear. Did you throw away the give birth and a scorpion and python? Now it is the boy.
No, but I tell you, let me explain it to you. You know, saying that had to and he deny say no, I beg anybody will never see the slow motion, never the authentic one. Tomorrow morning I go still share them because I get to you even you know what.
I get out for my phone.
Come on, man. Yeah. Tell you what it is. That's how I get it, Toto. Guess I get them from my phone. Now, if you know you have never gotten it, follow me on my link. Able body dimba woke abo. Able body dimba woke abo. Lulene prime minister of a country. You have it on Facebook on your secret now. I go share the Toto of one of my maybe misguided sister living somewhere. This one say, follow me on my link. Follow me. You will see it there. This one say, no, I get them from my phone. Ding mama the Joe Marker. How about I discuss here now? Social media. Owa. And I wonder where friend boy. Now, okay, if you share the Toto now, share the nude. Get the maybe me is not normal. I think so. I'm not normal. Maybe there's a benefit. There's a brother come with a benefit. I find I can't be always correct. Can't be always right. I am the wrong. Maybe there's a benefit. Guess you follow me on my page. The idiot, I try me here. When I not like here. Idiot take the bottle from Turkey. How has now Toto? They say the bottle made the pot.
You going to give birth to Copra and Python.
Okay. That's how I care.
You're getting a more. I swear. Did you throw away the give birth and a scorpion and python? Now it is the boy.
No, but I tell you, let me explain it to you. You know, saying that had to actually deny say no be abeg anybody will never see the slow motion, never the authentic one. Tomorrow morning I go still share them because I get you even you know what's up.
I get that for my phone.
You don't know
very best. You know, say me and my colleagues for work. Now these English boys with me and then they work. I tell them say they want see make them bring their microscope, make we check this video, make everything clear. I can't notice say hole where they forget or but now not be equal again. Now hole where they get now same
this one and go enter like this.
No. If you put your leg yourself, you go enter. But when I come ask the question, they come say if you put your leg there, say you go get cancer of the leg. Now what they say if you put your leg for that because of the kind of hose where they there, because the hose they drip water all the time. Now I make them anytime when you see them they dance for Facebook, she will shake them. Try to make she shake away the infection.
Yeah.
Now make shake. Now infection dance with that. Because all that.
As people have watched the advice and how I don't live, I cannot do everywhere in social media. I had dim by work can of UK. So now I know UK, I don't work like Nigeria. So how about you? I don't know Nigeria. Never can have the advanced Nigeria, all because of their building. Nah, food and I don't know why. Do you see where our problem comes from? We don't have a problem, and not just because of them. You go in a comment section. Here go Odogwu Ijere speaks. Greetings from you. Please, I love your program. Kesan here with Olisemeka Paul. Right on. We are making sense. Right on. And has actually the free. It's not only us. That's why anyone meton freedom. Kwara nyaka. Give one week up. Na krona nyaka. Say Chineke biko gozie ndị a. Na egbere anyị egbere ka anyị ghara ịdapụ be mewe ka these people. Mpụta ya na him no nude. Oge chekwe nga ka ọhụ ya dị somehow to tear ọgbara aji one side then ịma bụ ụkwụ wede again we cancer of the leg. Dimkpa woko ji ụmụ. Be UK. When home at that side. You are near the other side on Sunna. They can do your time and they are progressing. Adam sure Hagen with constant electricity 24 hours. Adam sure Hagen with free running water. I'm on the medical care on that side. I'm on the head with access road network. I'm very sure now when the police na gonna road na UK. And I'm very, very sure. Now police are not say their own citizen by that. All those things. You were here. The thing and then years ago now. Help with Rabajo now Igbo. Share I get that from my phone. Follow me on my link. I will share it worldwide. You never end though. Other people join them.
Like all this sleeping soap now. Not human being.
Another person join.
Like all this sleeping soap now.
Idiot in such a comilo. A fool. Nde kwesị just onyo so. People na be akọ maka on. Maka help him beside. Ha na tanja. Maka na tanja. Do you say that we're supposed to live as a human at the asuna? Ogoruba gaga I'm gonna go one you so know the problem of this world. Na cho hikwe ko jona dun. We am jona dun we no kigbo ku tam seje ku igbo ku. O wanyo wa unsobu this generation. The people that are being subjugated to the law. I oshikura in our genocide. We share in our and I can they as our brothers. They are not our brothers. Mazin na Kanu kude here. Ile and you get your your brother, man or your brother. How do you man you? How do you man you? How do you man? How do you man? Ka join Anna.
What the good evening.
Now.
Emana oge chichipụtara ụmụ chiwawa ya like ichi ogbe nna ya ha ka e wee kwuo okwu court case. Wee na-atarachi court case. Ka ị bụrụ ihe ọ na-eche ntị patapatapatapata na ọ bụrụ ike na ihe a bụ fom. Now, the Indian Kanu will go through this one, no, where she confused Chino.
Look what he when you care the church. All the happy, care the happy. Look what you see, all the happy. All the happy.
I was I was confused. You know, let me go get your hole in Afuna, or Rukika on a chicken.
Oh, that 50 there.
One,
only that 1 pound.
if you don't get any of us, I will get you fake.
It's okay. So now, you that always call Ndishi to do something now. While when again you're Methuselah, when they say we are raising phone, I'm coming to them, but oh, wajai. I know I may jikaba me more just wajai. Age my like kukunoka, but give us a very other cast, but I can make kukoka. I will cook and offer you about the facing reality. Muhammad Bakutela Mabo also, and I name him. I go still talk about him. I want this, a lot of people at Bola, and then I won before. Say me to become I young guy, you're gonna become a king and a lie. I wish from that time, but Uchawaba, on a Biavia. I give me a Jimmy week with all humor, and I wear humor. I will put a rock and offer, I get them out. So, why are the problem? Unuana Abani saying now do something now. Do something. Number one there. Cause they no follow. So I am putra kanyaka. And that is why Mazi Nnamdi kind of hiji keba hanime. Oman and their brain they down. But they teach you. And Nigerian government to water the game. This is why they came to scatter our radio. This is why they plan to work. We can take over that. Yani take over that radio. Man, I'm even in a question now. Kuna ta jezik. Another radio. Hebuama. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu give us Hamane back to take over the radio, but the leadership, the evil leadership did not agree. They say he must sign something. Yana go everywhere. Yanaba. I must broadcast. This instruction from Onyendu. He said I should broadcast. It's a service I'm giving to Biafran people. Hassan, no. You're not broadcasting anywhere. But father say, Nyenini a slot. Since Hassan, no. Ndishis, no. We know they give him. Hey, quickly. Yana Nyenini have by now. I want to call back. I got this. Yeah. Message now. Oh, you had there, you nude. Na they do Biafra. Oh, I wanna. Even Nigeria get Jesus na come advertise. But had they charge the radio. Have it here on a satellite. And then Brazil now watch. And then Spain. I said now this is the people looking for their freedom. If had a hegra no nude okay joker kenjaka. Nudity was savage. Yana ko everywhere. Need the febu when you need the febu nude can give me the emblem. The profile of the radio. I was in the Catalonia to freedom. Hello, that's a quantic one. You gotta get a teacher once or why they do. More radio heavy for long. So I had a problem. Mazi Nnamdi, they try to destroy the radio for where? So I have the problem of our people.
Police and
so this lawyer, from what we have listened to him, that man, or you criminal, or you don't work against the freedom of our people. That was okay. Have blackmail. Nama no mad. The same thing you job for. You know blackmail right now. Cannot the end. I know here now. Now no go feel blackmail us. We dey here. I want them who borrow can't get that. I will recover. I will on a bear. I had to come now. You say, let me know here. I want to get a gap and maybe like this. Yeah, say, come on, walk about Bobby more. Even in Hoy and Ock. When I get a kubu there, we are Hoy near people will make paper soup. And we are 404. I want to get more so again. How can Methuselah declare long one ọlọha nwaanyị ya na nwaanyị agbasala ịma n'obodo oyibo ịlọ nwaanyị gịnị agbasa gịnị a ga-ebigodi ọ lakwara o dipọtara ihe m ji so dipọt ha na ọkwọ ha kwa dues from there agwa o nwere fundraising isi ebe a ga-ewereba isi ebe a ga-ewereba Hama na people that are listening are now intelligent. I convert to a lot of people. Our message has spread to the people that people Jesus can nature when it. It might be fine. Go ever be the mother of Hazel. You want to have a check. He said, "Nah, on your corner, lot of you go inside there." Look, you man in them before. Ogagala. Even Ndishi cannot subjugate people unjustly. When rest of mind or not. The time has come and gone. Onyo walaga migbe. I got put aside. I call one home. It was all before. Okay. Okay, it was all before. How about now? Remove this one. Look at what he's doing there. He's gossiping. He's attacking you people on social media everywhere. I say, there. Why sign a choir stamp? Mr. Okeke from, for example, from Verona in Italy. You have been suspended and removed. We are not here for tattoo. A close with that case. It is a high day now. But people are online now. People are online. Let's make sure Kanu made the freedom. However, I say, I'm happy you got that said. How much you guys have? Our sisters say we are another level. On so let him this time. Also, we know agree this time. High no how just cause. Issue says I'm power as Chinagabok. And he check in a way. And then when they had the reason they could drag against the freedom because the magic now watch him. If Biafra come, thank Lord going back to our root. I come not going back to our root. So can the freedom of our people. Biafra, for example, now I say aban on artificial hair. No hand daughter. Now I need to realize to our root, but we seem to Kunishaka. Brother, okay. It's a question I ask. If Biafra come now, so can I lay during the time our mothers not issue. What we shame the man about egos or like this when they cannot like this? We not go like him. I don't imagine I have like it. I quite okay. Now, the enemy agree and I got like a share on our route. Nine when you be there, but we ship. You go where you go. What often they attach? They ask now. You know that say yes now. What often did Mururu this Brazilian here? Equatorial Guinea here, Burkina Faso here. Get Hagajin. You're going back to our route. I work out will come higher that side. Now, so the reason why this struggle is like this is because a lot of people feel it now for IPOB. Hana Homas and Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of Nnamdi Hana by that time the IPOB. The IPOB. The Biafra. The Biafra. So that is why the struggle like do a little bit difficult. Not just they kept quiet, some of them are sabotaging it. Some of them that voted for Tinubu, Undibo, Americana born Sema, none are the same UK. Yana one idiot no one no labo gere. Udele, let me call by proper name. Udele Shirish. An idiot to make your noise on social media because of monetization. Get yourself Mbaba woman. Man out Jew man. Come out here now. Come out here. Come out to this side. If you know you come out to feast some small rats. Not nobody know that he bagger. I can't have a bunch of someone them on now. A meeting DSS. Now my entry ports. So I won't know what DSS is. Yes. Anaba get somewhere. No my woman can one cadet. One cadet women in by send the charge card on yami. One cadet. After I say the military, I'm going to talk to Musa. One cadet she from nursery school be army. Ya be na maju na social media. Uncheso nwere watch. Nothing, zero. No nobody. Idiot me DSS can't get meet ma. I got my classmates. One of them. So what y'all did, him and the struggle like you do a little bit difficult. The people that canvass for Tinubu, they are not talking anymore. They are not speaking anymore. Everybody just pretended as if nothing is going on. Halaliana this again on their platform now, either nude or how talk about the increase in naira or dollar exchange rate. But they don't want to explain to you people why is it high. One cockroach in South Africa, but I say if PDP entered there, it would have been the same thing. She just would have wished I am. I'm there for you people. I'm a man there digging that in so, but I got double that to all of you to I got double to our side. Give me that the voice of the people is the voice of some criminals, idiot. Hey, some brave come fools. So I mean the struggle you like this. Our race is down. Our race is down. And the little one we have now, which is moving us forward. We are going back to our route. I give it again. I'm isolating them down. I give it again. Can we cannot judge you? Now, lead duty on the long that's what Jesus Christ. I hate you about people. Has some whatever I knew, and I only thought it insulted them. Only shall have Titran Titu some of us say, will you? I'm gonna have even the other possible Haga push me a play voice. Haga say, okay, stop playing it, or since you are going against this struggle, you are not Onyendu. Onyendu is not with you anymore. How am I going against this struggle? You are preaching about religion instead of you to focus. What should I focus on? Focus on bringing Onyendu out. I'm our lawyer. No, I'm always okay. He was okay. He left my side. He was okay on a balance. No, you for balance, cage my balance. Let her focus. I'm preaching something that will revive our people brain. Can we can push what we are going? Here, so each of marketing on the pastor now our people. Again, we support on this movement. I will again the Okas and Mazi is coming out.
4405266. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. The whole of the heaven and this very earth are listening. Even angels in heaven listen to Radio Biafra. If not, how come all over the world they are talking about us? How come even in Italy they are mentioning Radio Biafra? They are saying that this war will never end, yes. That we are continuing, that we are resolute, we are determined, that nothing is going to stop us. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Allow me to present our news headlines and accompanying news summary this very evening. Republican TV news in Italy spoke about Biafra. Al Jazeera spoke about Biafra. Everywhere you go to around the world, everybody is talking about Biafra and Radio Biafra. If you are an IPOB family member, you must be very, very proud of yourself because you have done something that was considered hitherto almost impossible.
Has he collapsed already? Nazi exile. Nanya wala na exile. Na ban on ya ban ka ESM. They collapse already to non-existing internet local bush freedom fighter. That's how liberation army. One man. Ufonya liberation army. Ufonya on our army. No ni mo habo kan kedada. Na zoba kada na ba kirano. I'm get one hand. Make una show na face na say no na the promoter. Una lab na don't disappear now. I ain't no go now until I chop all of you in a pit hole. I tell you.
You have made the world to talk about us, if they like it or not. As I told you before, that anything we say on this platform comes to pass. They are now talking about us, and we did not have to pay 1 kobo, 1 penny. You must talk about us. To Madrid to preach. Our embassy, the person claiming they are probing Jonathan don't want to probe the oil sales under Obasanjo when Obasanjo was the petroleum minister. Status that would drag you back into darkness. This is the nonsense that Obama brought to you. He gave you Buhari, a pedophile and a terrorist. He is bringing his years of terrorism to bear by terrorizing people without following the due legal process. Niger Delta. Carve out Ogoni land from the rest of the Niger. They want to understand the truth. They want to nothing. Absolute zilch. They make all these pronouncements and announcements in order to try and get you not to reason properly like a human being. But here we try as much as we can to reverse that very ugly trend. Better son of Niger Delta indeed. Where is Niger Delta? There is no map in the world with Niger Delta in it. You're telling me that Anioma is Niger Delta? You are insane. Your brain is not correct. You are telling me that people from Ahaba, which they now call Asaba, you have not heard about Ahabimeni. All of a sudden they are Niger Delta, and somebody from Okwa is not. Is that what you're telling me? Despite the fact that Opobo people and people of Okwa speak the same language, people are truly insane. Oh, when they are in Aba, I'm telling you. And they are all in Black Africa. They are in the zoological republic called Nigeria. A zoo where baboons and monkeys gather every day looking for allocation, looking for resource control.
I said it last time that now, only a group of people who question now, promote now support. And I want her has now unify Igbos now. This man is preaching now. This is what is going on. They posted this one 3 hours ago. Meet the Izobos, the Igbo speaking tribe in Ububara local government of Cross River State. How matter all one? How actually just unification of Igbo. We might before. Izobo Igbos of Ububara Cross River State. The Izobo are the most eastern subgroup of the Igbo nation, domiciled mainly in Ububara local government of Cross River State, as well as part of Ikwo local government of Oben State. The major center in Ikwo local government is Abawudele, meaning Eba Omaka, with some remnant in Ndioka, Ndiago, and Amago. One people. Amawa Sataya, Gunusa Naja Data. Ndi Bini Aparianishi, Bini people. Make una the carry that to Biafra go, we the Sarsat. We the first state of Sarsat. We don't know what people are talking about. Normally, ya ma mpeba anja chwa Biafra as ma sonya wana doro yala. Lekwebe di game no. And ndị aga dịkwa very careful. Ndị aga dị very careful. Aga na achọ ha bomba to bomba. Unu lewekwa ndị ahụ anya. Enwekwa very soon now. Ota ihe mere apụta wuli ihe. Esetụlụ ha. Ge ha agụba ha change the topic. Ego na Nigeria. Ela baba ha before. Hey. Agrono now. Now for you agrono. Onwebe company no. In Biafra na nigga so okay na let me I finish mechanical engineering. I finished chemical from my school. Let me apply. Mistake me. As I'm going back soon, I have my project. I might try this one. Every place is in pass. Says girls wanted. Pure water driver wanted. Typist wanted. Teacher. Secondary school teacher. Qualified secondary school teacher with attractive salary of 30,000. Me with the number or the phone picky. Ajo major no biko nyande amene biko ewuliwe. Ele to 30,000 he will attractive salary. Na hishika. Ne gutro no 30,000 even in lewanya mo neke phone akoko in 1 minute. Agrono. La no lobiko. Some of them saw me, they say I'm working for Nigerian government. But where they live? Anya won no job. It can't cafe, or not. The way the day will die is ability. You're not about here no, sir. In a better kind of labor. Where are you running to? If the Charlie acquire stamp, celebrity young. And I hide. On the Mahanya. On the Mahanya. Because I got Quadon there. I got Quadon. Look on her here. Go ahead to call you with nonsense. Look on her here. Look, Hamlet Hagar, look. Hagar at the place. Isobo or Taka. Would you mean your high school? Look on the people. Look on here. They gather. Look on Hagar, gather her together. Look on Handibo. Not across river. Look on. When they are already go on. Look at him beyond him. How if you shall all these things. Look at when Hedi Chananya your grandfathers. We are the same people. Has hand on across river, Sassat. Ndamanyaro. Look on her. Cable, Shishabara sit at home. Everybody sit at home. Everybody must also sit at home for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. No Nnamdi Kanu, no freedom. How work and get that? They will contribute now. We fundraising now. You give me money now. I want to get freedom. We need the money to buy arms. Arms, see, yeah, man, get you now. Why would you disobey the order of the prime minister? But why are you disturbing her? We want to cripple the economy. Which economy? How is it affecting the Nigeria? They are crying now. The government, if it's not affected, why is the government crying? Who is crying? Go and listen to the news. Are you not reading newspaper? Which newspaper? Go and read Nigerian newspaper and they are writing there that they are crying. Nigeria is writing to you that they are crying. Ask Musa. Where did these people come from? Given their Shibia brothers. Because more value with these things. Focus on where? How can this thing allow me to focus? Are they possible? Because who am I speaking to now? If I'm a teacher, I'm teaching in a classroom. Others are following. I will not be comfortable. I'm a chalk and they're hamota. Is envy. Envy. Now we know be them. What do you do? We keep people now. We post on social media. But the minute they go there, and instead of them to look for us, they started killing nonsense. So now we know be them. It's okay. It's okay, brother. It's okay. I'll help with the line. I'll here with the line. So that another day, I actually make freedom. I had to scotch everything very, very well. You should have done there.
Zoo universities are useless. Everybody knows that. Now they have gone for one of those causing the problems. They are the lecturers, the vice chancellor of the school, the people that were meant to mold your children into sensible beings. They are the ones abusing them. They are the ones introducing them to a life of crime and criminality.
Are they correct? Open confession. Are they correct? I'm a lecturer. I'm a meet. Professor of biology. You know, meet. When what school get a meeting, jam more professor na the na kush meeting. Now I'm feel comfortable. Has on that your hand them up. Now they jam with their connection. Let connection. They go chow. We got haram no. You psych had man or you many on the sign again. You many aside that this man or one of your man. You know. But on I end up after that time. And when the company on your zone, okay, go check Bragawa Lagos. Got your own. Has no one in your connection. Mpa when them gaga, and do for the pataka. I'm halala lily now. I'm pay a gare. You who told you, I do see a gare. Has an idea where connection. Lecturers, I am with you. I reckon I'm going to call visit. Sometimes I'm not to cut up a lot like this. Yeah, they come away because they didn't know. Ignorance are how can they go though? They didn't know. Sometimes they didn't know. Hama. But awareness are doing like this that time now. We for know.
They are the ones teaching them how to be evil and wicked.
It is correct.
Because when you say to somebody, if you don't buy my handout, you will not pass. That very person will grow up thinking that the world is abundantly evil. That the only way they too can get along in life is by being evil and wicked. And that's exactly what happens. It has a multiplier effect. It multiplies and everybody in the society becomes evil and very deadly. Here we are reporting that for your own understanding, oil prices set to continue multi-week. I am praying. I did not add in my prayer this evening that please continue to make the oil price to fall. Let there be more oil finds all over the world.
But I walk out. Dollar, I only hear dollar now. And I'm saying, here is the property. Iji make order for where? Ushion Webono. Yata the Yag, I got a again. As Nigeria is mortgaging their property. Here we can support all the dollar exchange rate. When I choose from 1,900, when I choose to 1,650, as the case of euro. I don't know what is today now, but as of 2 days ago, when I struggle, I shift from 1,900 to 1,650. I go again now. Come maybe share with ego. Oh God, only my family. Nobody should put our blood on this useless content. Preach, people need wake up. Preach, honey, wake up. The guy, but what is it good? We be going to I would have bought a chawinish. Oh, I say no, but to be a guinea can get so again. I go. I say no, but someone about guinea can get me, Nero, one castle again. And then the go on Europe. Oh, to get no Belgium. Cause on Holland. For that, you are quacker. Dimpam madu, Jomaka. It's okay.
Let every country be sufficient in oil production so that the zoo will not sell anything. Once the oil, nobody is buying it, and the gas, our Fulani will run away. Our Fulani, they are like blood-sucking leeches. They produce nothing, they add nothing to the economy, they suck everything away, and then they Islamize you in the process. Sharia, now your children in your so-called federal unity schools will be studying Sharia, Islamic cleric. Imagine what would have happened if Jonathan had said, I want to introduce some verses from the Bible for everybody to study. They will be killing you now in Sabongeri Kanu. Welcome to the zoo. The zoo created by the British. The world must understand the evil happening in the Zoological Republic. I told them that they are finished. As long as Radio Biafra is here, the whole world, humanity will know the type of idiots that inhabit the zoo. I would disgrace Nigeria. I'm telling you, we would. I feel sorry for them. They don't know what is to come, do they? They do not know. Now people know that Aboga was a Korocha of Imo State, not a brown one. You will see him wearing it all the time. What is that thing doing? Because when it drops down, it will cover his right breast and his left breast. One inside. You don't know. This is Radio Biafra. If you listen, you learn. If you don't listen, you become even more ignorant. Those of them that thought we were joking, now they are reversing back. They are reversing. A pastor arrested in Lagos for armed robbery. They asked him, why have you gone for armed robbery? He said, I am trying to raise money to expand my church. Since Olati Loye, what's the name of the man again, building a big auditorium, the largest in West Africa, or in the whole world. Is it, which one is it?
You should wait. I see tone with the high. Wait. And you couldn't plead to hear religion. In a division at this struggle. Amaka Wahanamonition, Haga say, Methuselah, no, I have had a mammoth to actually convert my bread. Metima, only the smart, I want to turn the make here. Oh, give me like this, make way a double in a hand. More to the make here. But to give my own eager direct. I got direct. I got to come, mamma, if you someone know why. I got to say, I go say they are intelligent. It's easy for cover up evil. I will say pass with criminal. Man is rich. I'll get direct. Boy, hold your ass. If you say something is bad, call him. I go to word. Okay, then I'll see the man. Ndokono. The man pay was going. I'm okay here gonna pulpit or Sunday, you preach your people. Only can buy Sunday or teach Alambu. Monday, I go operation. And we are causing division. Let me leave it here. I think I have to leave it here. I'm the one eye again.
You will see him wearing it all the time. What is that thing doing? Because when it drops down, it will cover his right breast and his left breast. One. Oh, you for one inside. You don't know. This is Radio Biafra. If you listen, you learn. If you don't listen, you become even more ignorant. Those of them that thought we were joking, now they are reversing back. They are reversing. A pastor arrested in Lagos for armed robbery. They asked him, why have you gone for armed robbery? He said, I am trying to raise money to expand my church. Since Olatiloye, what's the name of the man again, building a big auditorium, the largest in West Africa, or in the whole world. Is it, which one is it? Indian is the church in the Europe and Oceania. Is it Kunu? I don't know which one it is. Building the largest auditorium in the whole world. There are other people trying to do the same thing. This one took to armed robbery in order to expand his church. He took guns to go and harass those he claims he's trying to save and take to heaven. Do you see what happens to black people? They turn everything upside down. Everything is turned upside down. Good becomes bad and bad becomes good. Very sad indeed. We must continue. We need to continue. I told you, if you serve the zoo, you come back with this.
Hold on there. It's okay. I thank all of you for paying attention. Now, we are preaching to our people to reason. But go when you AC preach for each if it's reality. If it's a reality, face me face it. But how do you know you are facing it? I'm going to problem here challenging them now. So okay, metro order out too much. Don't worry, my paper line. No, I'm a moon trouble. Metro order out too much. You don't want to hear. I'm just child advice. Both in secret, you don't want to hear. This is where you are wrong. A, B, C, D. Hear the wrong, hear the wrong, hear the wrong. Hatchrock, I'm there. Oga Galam by the cuckoo. On your cuckoo condemn my abono. Now I had the doctor. I want to see what you are now. Something is wrong with the origin of that doctrine. Something is wrong. This has nothing to do with the individual alone. The doctrine allowance. Oh no, here now. Oh no, here now. Here in a room. Here in a room for stealing. Here in a room not to steal. Here no longer. A promote to slavery here. We go back on them. The same book. What no confusion did this say now? You got this verse. You go something. You got another verse. You can't eat. But that was a word of God. The problem are we individual. Which is here. You got one Kenya. You got one the pastor. The same thing men in Nigeria make on Kenya. But no matter why is it not happening in Europe? To tell you that it's individual. And because our own here with their own abara. Or why you here now? It's not our own. The way he may obey some of them. They are doing it, majority of them, even though we're a corrupt one. But the majority of them, why they obeying it? All she bend there, all their property. I am a just a patron, I am. I just a conquer and pay anything. I know one how can I say, who's on that thing. I don't have the idea now, no if it were nothing will happen. Each other we are dish. Here now, I can swear with them. Nothing will happen. Methuselah, here Bible. My pay the Tiakan Nedu. Methuselah. Yami may broadcast on Sunday. On 3rd of March. May you not see good thing in your life. May you have a ghastly motor accident tomorrow. Yami may broadcast today. Nothing will happen. Come and broadcast today. But I do me say man broadcast. No, I'm not doing broadcast today. Nothing. They are here. These people, brother, man, how to back today. Man, we to be in space. We are going to meet on next Sunday. This young man right here. Ask him how about that the Oga. So how they again. Make una carry adult. I say okay. Has I the Bible sateba. Look, we has satra here. Lower mind. Out of camera. Say, what happened to these verses? So I teared it. That's why. See, in your Bible, you see the place they said, if you know that thing that will make you to sin, cut it off. It's not what the Bible is preaching you. I just say, I can't man, see, against my belief. Here we were some of the people on this struggle. And Mazi Methuselah is disobeying. Oh yeah. And when they none of this movement. I need to hear we had the guardian Messiah here now. Give your husband second out on the same boat. Now door at the page of your garden. You got it, man. They got just give formulate a story behind it. And the guy you know they hear in the disobey. And I watch something here, man. They are very claim right. A deport from there. Lord had the one. Evening. In my Europe before, but how quite in Europe. In Europe, a long notch. Guinea Abasapa, English with brick with them. Kembo go here. And when I'm going here, I have a child on a program. Miana one, you're on a program before. Hasamba. I told me we show. Me show. Say that idiot who could walk very soon. I post pictures and videos of our women in demonstration ground. John D. Vienna now. Even normally say, what man about football retire. Ekwe shame retire. Yana have football. Man and my family. One him needs from that different city here. Within his brother no one with here. I am a uniform. Everybody. Hana about we gunya no flag in. See that idiot is planning winning born on a demonstration ground. 1 year, my amo will leave my mom. Which handle rubber. My name exists. I want 1 year on a demonstration ground or power flag about it. Get with on watch. I look at my such a son as such a media. Can't walk on a may broker. Won't teach you when 1 year be a child. Hi! Can you go around your good one? The cook one. So I'm no program. That's I'm talking too much. If you know myself, a question which I'm doing, I can in a very different place. You can have a question room. I'm going to my program. Just honoring for program. You know, no. When you shake your herself before, say now not when somebody's doing program. When back and in your time, it continue. It doesn't show sign of seriousness. No matter question our difference one line. Una had listen and then go guys on our studio. I'm going trust me fool. That's how I want him coming around before. I'm basically new. Case, of course, one. I'm at here. You can find my emblem coming up an ish. You know, case now. I'm one that idiot in South Africa. So by my above that one, me a chairman and program. Idiot. Unus nuclear. Unu want to lock. I try me jam the topic. Why you pa jam the claim I heard it. Line is open because nobody should come and talk about it, please. On your program, say, that guy in South Africa. Look out, no, we don't need them. Because, but sometimes I'm not liking so, but okay, umuchine guys say on your other side. So I say make I respect so if not, oja danyu man ahụ na. Oja danyu man ahụ. He map like this. Some of you money before. I know Benin people now. Benin people I know. I kind of before. Una chupata in this side. Cheme le mago ahụ. Mago mahụ that video. Mago mahụ that video. I know. I'm not gonna make on. Idiotic people. My child struggle herself for the lecture has on there and this over. However, I was over. I take care of me, brothers. I take care of me. I take care of me. And my problem, our freedom hand to her. Freedom, he needs necessary. I want to tell you, I maybe. See that, look here, I want you, look here. See that idiot is play 1 year and go to Biafra legal. Look here. Sekwara ejikwara nwanyị ahụ ngo ogbuku ya. Okoko shigishi. Mụnụ babe kọnụ. Amecha m ọnụ gị ma na tinsi gị ọfụma. Okay. Nsogbu adịa. Unu gbalịrị. Na anyị try to kind but I try to kind my Ruben the destination on meaning. So we'll continue. We'll continue now. I got to know that question. Look here. Peace, peace. That's peace. Look here. Peace, I can have peace now, brothers. I can have peace. Oh, it's what can happen here. It's okay. I have to go. I have to go to Kabani phone. I have to go. I'm going back to my roots. I'm a Hajjani and I have to start it by example. I'm going back to my roots. Normally, self and then Nana, I look at a lottery. I'm the preach where I has a legend one Biafra. Normally, I don't question Abasa. I'm preaching as game and lose a lot of followers. Now this struggle. Okay, Gabia. Like that. I have to follow my footsteps now. My great grandfather Rato, Hebi Kwenudo. Reverend sister. Aqua the moke, aqua him go make sense. Reverend. I gotta say this one. This is my brother. I don't want to leave me alone. Reverend, him go make sense. Yeah, but make sense. Guess yes, it's not making sense. Before, no gamble, nah. You check and go and trace your great grandfather. Only call on 3. Ndoka be say one wife. I make kuno be still kuno kanedi ibukwe the husband and I jim maka senyola. You know the hear for news. So na the man he wanna 1 year with him. My boy there. Or the same one he wanna walk here with him. You know the same for social media. Or kufukalo. Na because many about. The only thing on me I want a lot of things in front. I won't hang it now. Well, time will come, we'll promote it. Also, I'm going back to our route. I'm also on your own side. You don't know what you're talking. Bienudo. My grandfather was a king. He married to Queen Honey. It's a reverend. Your grandfather was a king. Utam no, I am a king. Umuchineka, I was a king. King go on your family. Chiboeze. But I am king in our own various family. I am king. I just get grab or I'll get me very soon. I'll just come to the tip of iceberg. But by 3 is better. I'm in favor of 3. They are quite favor how we do to law. Yeah, why no follow also. How we go to get what I go at it. Get cool letter now. You cool letter like when we go even on my phone keep wish one. I greet all of you. I have to go, sisters. Remember this. I am your brother Neku. I'm more about Methuselah. And 1 year when a problem with me, you put a call. Case me now 4. I don't prepare. How come I prepare? They are serious. I get to be fond of your property now. Okay, you are preparing. How come I teach my preparation? You get my preparation 1 white. You got not getting my preparation. Get a clock with 60. I just I'm preparing. We come going always joke with him freedom. Also, I want not here. I got one this same to the wagon. Umuoka over Nnamdi may expose the secret about the face reality. Men are polygamy in nature. None of they look me. I something that is obtainable. Men are polygamy in nature. Yes, I'm a moon, I must walk upon. If it's like that, me, I'm a wife, I'm a woman, I'll go and marry to a man. Go and marry now. When you do like Ella, you survive all in a day, game man or habits. Oh, teaching a kitchen, man. What did you grab my in our land? Yes. Yes, now we go to cook one way or the other. Okay. Victor Jago. I don't know we are. I'm not going to woman is not our follower, so. Oh, you go half from our side. Give us doesn't they come on. Mazi Methuselah is against the leadership. And I wouldn't remember problem. On a allegation about somebody. In a declaratory, near there we are, near the seas. Make sure someone is not watching us. I hope my problem go back tomorrow. Give me an hour. I'm against the leadership. Our people are very, very crafty people. I got him and no problem with you. Hatch or something weird. Sunday disobey. And you better have how they disobey the leadership. I got about the subject matter. How the matter another place. Brothers. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, to what? I can when her journey, and the only thing we are trying our best. I am about the banana, and we will continue trying to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remain relevant in anything we do. It's either you talk to people about him, keep the memory alive, because this is what the enemy wanted us to forget him. They brought the same thing to frustrate us to forget him, and that's why sometimes, I'm not doing it to praise somebody or to make people say, oh, he's talking good about us. This is pure. The reason why this struggle is there like this is not because of too relevant. Normally, I'm not Nishama Pias and everything. People have the mind to endure all this insult coming from the family. Even to the extent that you're not using when it's a family business. Because he lay in every side on who you. But we say no. Can I hold on? The man that I going to join at the struggle, but I sit here down, joy. I want man in again when it's such patience. I don't know how I pass as it goes any. But I want to just win it. See, I put a joy. So that's why I have to urge many of you to continue. I'm working a new road, now. Now I got the positive result in this struggle. Your contribution matters. Our sister, Reverend Sister, I greet you. I see also you are, your tenacity, especially on TikTok. Even in a mail program, either you're talking about Biafra or you're engaging people on the discussion about freedom, or indirectly about what is going on in Nigeria, and giving them the reason why some people are, if you don't want them to know you, because all we bought Biafra have before you know it, aggressive. You see, this is why some people are agitating to be free. We then have it on a neutral ground, but people like us who don't afraid we go straight. Each other, but also sometimes when I do good, again, people who talk about very well, then cause that. So this is why we don't have to do more than we're supposed to. Our job is to disseminate information. Our job is to make sure we spread the gospel. Our job is not to carry a gun inside the bush. Our job is not to take up the case file because we are not lawyers. Our job is not those who see for the well-being of this movement. I want to do this. I want my job. My job is to preach. I'm not only just preaching for Biafra. I'm preaching for the betterment of humanity. So that's why when I see things going wrong, I speak. And urge people to, if you know that what I'm speaking is not making sense, you come up here. This is how people do it. I went in a moment in darkness. A moment he threw one allegation, April since I'm here now work 2017, April allegation. I'm going to a few, I'm going to the recently, but all the infinitesimal, unlike before. I'm going to do allegation currently. Then the am when somebody Nnamdi, how you can call maybe you lie against you because you phone you a man about I thought not at the same place and no. I took the rational one I serve but I know when I born announce and I want to back on career before I drag somebody out. They got put a go home. Oh yeah, we want to go back to that place, and that's why I'm doing where Engineer already charlatan. You happen to have they are playing smart. A nonsense. About you get deleted the video. You will put away again. A coqua another nonsense. About you get deleted the video. Because you have already edited out. How you guess you are playing smart. The freedom of people don't know about IPOB. IPOB is not about being dedicated or you intelligent. You have to play smart. So smart we use the chat box. You show that you are not a man. You show that you are talking nonsense with your mouth several times. So this is not what we are urging, many of you. So all of the thing.
Everything that you said must come to pass. We worship you in truth and in honesty. We adore your holiness. We bring praise unto thee because we are nothing without thee. Those of us who are called by your name, those of us who are born to worship you, those of us who are born to exalt your holy name, you must be merciful upon us. You must come and heal those who are sick. You must bring comfort and hope and succor to those of them who are marginalized, those of them who are rendered economically destitute and socially irrelevant, because you will bless them, because you will sustain them, because they are your children, because they bear your name, and your name cannot exist for nothing. It means something in our lives. That is why we bear those names. That is why we give it to our villages where we come from. That is why you must bless us. We ask you to do so because it is the right thing to do. We remind you of your promise to us. We remind you of your promise to our ancestors. You do not break your covenant. That covenant is liberty. That covenant is freedom. That very covenant is the equality of all men and women before your laws, before your grace, and before your mercy. That is why today, as we pray and commit these souls unto thy hands, that you strengthen the family here in Japan, that you make them ever closer together to recognize make them to become one indivisible, unbreakable unit, that in the end they may live up to their billing. That in the end, the world will say that they learned something from their host. The Japanese people here that they are being looked after. May they also look after their people who are in Biafra land. And that when I conclude these tours and return to Biafra land, they will continually understand and adhere to their responsibilities and their duties to their people and of course unto your grace. That is why we call upon you. That is why we praise you. That is why we don't know any other apart from you. We have sinned, of course, and fallen short of your glory. Who are we to say we are one with you when we have committed every atrocity, when we have failed? That is why in the end, Biafra will come, not because of anything we have done or capable of doing, but because of your love and your mercy towards your children. All right. Have mercy upon us. The enemies are surrounding us. They are killing your children. They shot us dead on the 30th of August on your own streets at Onitsha. They killed the innocent. The blood of the innocent has watered your holy ground. We have lost our lives. We have been sacrificed. We are being incarcerated. We are being arbitrarily arrested. We are being tortured. You must be merciful. You must be kind. You must look upon us with pity. You must look upon us with kindness. You must, of course, extricate us from this damnation that man made. You will put our enemies to shame. Let the whole world know that we belong to you. That our children and any other thing that we are capable of giving birth to may stand up very proudly and testify to your goodness. That they will tell mankind there is none like thee. Because indeed there is none like thee. If I'm allowed, I will worship you in spirit non-stop for the rest of my life. But we must preach your gospel, and that very gospel we must preach today. That is why at the end of this entire process, at the time that Biafra will come and will stay, as a testimony to your greatness, your love, and your abiding mercy towards your children, that we shall worship you. Not just now, but forever, because this very name, Chukokika Biama, that we adore and praise, is the creator of the heavens and the earth, the universe and everything within. That is why we must offer you praise and adoration. We must uplift your name. We must pray unto thee. We must reverence you and no other. All these we have asked for. All these we have prayed for. In the only name that matters, in the name that is hallowed above every other name, that of yours. Chuku okike abiyama purimingerina. He said. He said.
He said. He said.
He said.
Hold on there. How he said 3 times. He didn't hear amen. Hey, we're so tiny as going back to Adu that we don't call upon to cook. Hey, so tiny abamba na one ambassador I need also need down si chine kebiko. Yenanya kana high name. I gonna kuku ya better one all the practicality, all motivator call. I hear him say he was speaking in Japan, one of the talk. That's why you see the criminals learn their own, but their own hanemia virtual. Remember bless. And I remain a humble servant. Methuselah Ipob is signing out. We are going to convene what is necessary.